Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We're going to be carrying on with our... God, I can't keep doing that voice for the entire evening. We're going to be carrying on with our acts of bounties. As much as I am in London, I do not sound like I'm straight out of EastEnders. We're going to be heading for the Bound Shaman and then probably Adria and then working our way across the others. I've gone through and I've just reorganised my inventory ever so slightly in the downtime, although pretty much everything looks exactly the same as it was. It did me well to just go over and check, make sure that we were using what we wanted and that our follower was doing the best that we could with what we have. Really, we do want to properly equip him, but it will do for the moment. So, without further ado, let's head across to the Bound Shaman. This is our last set of bounties for this particular run. After that, we're probably going to up the difficulty to Torment 2. We might do a Rift and a Greater Rift first, though I don't know. Definitely going to get a pool of reflection, though. Hell yeah. I am all up in that business. And the portal to the archives is right here. Well, fine. I guess we'll kill a couple of you. And then we'll just head in. Well, that's one down.
Didn't see that coming.
You don't actually need to kill them all. To complete the bounty, you just need to survive. Good that they sort of run towards you a little bit as well, rather than running away. When this bounty was first introduced, they just hot-footed it as soon as they saw you, and it became very difficult to actually complete. Even with a character that's putting out a lot of damage, being able to run around and chase them down was more important than kill speed. Okay, let's go kill Adria straight away. Kill the witch before she gets too many ideas. Ooh, Wand of Death, don't mind if I do. Actually finding where we're going is the hardest thing in this place.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
Thankfully, the Spark does a wonderful job of killing all of these things. I mean, look at that, it's just tearing through them. Another pool of reflection.
You dare attack
Oh my
me?
god. I was worried for a moment that we were going to get pulverized stuck on our screen again. Hashtag pulverized. Hashtag pulverized forever. Must have just been a very odd display glitch last time, but having it at the very start of the episode and not then being able to move away from it was was a little bit annoying. Get that, and I think we're sort of doing a right wall hug. I think that's the best thing for us to do in this situation. I think. Given it's so far away, it's really hard to tell that.
Your defenses are nothing.
All the murder. All the electrical murder.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
Very nice.
I need arcane power.
We're getting closer at least.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
Look at it tearing through them all. That is a goodly amount of killing going on there. Bazap, 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 and I think we've got to go all the way around further, right?
I have
Arrakis.
uncovered an obscure and ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The
Always
secret
funny when
history of a
those
race
tiny
called
terrorists
Diablo.
pop into existence just immediately to
And their ruined
explode.
civilization in the West.
Right, let's stop and kill these
If
blues.
this is true, how could all signs of
Shouldn't
these
take
methods
too
be
long.
lost? But for the record, this
Well, unless they do that horrible shielding thing.
Increases.
Paragon 50, alright. That's like almost 20 Paragon levels that we've gained. I don't remember which one we started on this evening. I can probably look it up afterwards, but it was somewhere around 30.
If only they could see me now.
I think we may be finally getting close, guys. Close is, of course, a relative term. It's still a hell of a long way to walk. I can't imagine, like, trying to speedrun this. This would be a horrible one to try and run through. When Matrix and I did Worlds Apart, I think that he was the one that got the Adria.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Because we ended up splitting the boss list into two so that we could do them in the most efficient way possible. Okay. Was that too far away for them to actually attack? No, not quite. Lovely little blood puddles everywhere. Yeah, so you keep saying every time I come to
I don't
fight
have
you.
enough arcane power.
Villains also die, though. Oh, unless it was like a command intended for us, but, you know, I don't really follow commands that well.
Diablo will return.
Oh, yeah, legs
I
come
have done
flying
what
apart.
I can to ensure it.
Let's
He
get
always
all of this,
finds a
and
way
while that's falling out, we'll
in your
just assign that.
heart of
Okay.
hearts. You
So we're
know
gonna
this.
head on to clear the guild hideout. It's almost time for us to head back and drop this stuff off, actually. I can already see it on the map, that's a good sign. Treasure goblins are also good signs. Oh wow, he went like clappers, didn't he? Tiny terrorist exploding in his face, though. I think if I see a pack of goblins together, I'm going to kill everything that I can nearby, and then just go in with a whole bunch of tiny terrorists and let them go crazy. See if we can kill the puppies before they bite me too much. There we go. That actually worked surprisingly well. It was almost like a tactic, almost like a plan. And it's almost like we can't actually get through that way. Let's try down here. Ooh. Well, while we're passing... a little bit of extra experience, always welcome. Speaking of extra experience, it's about time for us to level up.
My power grows.
And there we go. Right, let's put that paragon point in over there. Bazat, bazat, bazat on almost all of these. and into the guild's secret hiding.
My bags are full.
Alright, fine. We're going to head back. There's a lot of stuff for us to... In fact, get those. There's a lot of stuff for us to gather in this place anyway, so it's a good opportunity. Make sure we don't end up missing anything. Most inefficient teleport in the game, I'm almost certain of that. Let's drop these bits off. Up to 35 death spreads, that's pretty good. We could make ourselves another orb when this is all done. And even if it doesn't end up being the one that we want, it'll be at least another Forgotten Soul for re-rolling stuff later.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
Yeah, we're just trying to get through to level 2. We don't care about you guys. We just care about the loot.
Need more arcane power.
And I think killing everything on the next level. So, you know, if you care about anyone on level 2, then I guess you probably should be trying to stop me, but... Generally speaking, we don't need you to die. Hey, Dennis. All the treasure. Not a huge amount of treasure though, just a couple of bits. Right, now everyone's got to die. Notice how I murdered that tool right there. I wonder how little damage the Templar is actually doing at the moment. Getting him so that he's blocking and freezing things, I think, is definitely the way we're going to go with him.
They could see me now.
What have we got on him at the moment? An Oculus and an Arkstone. We found the Justice Lantern, I think, so we should put that on him once my other character's finished with it. That is part of his end-game equipment anyway, just for increasing the block percentage that he has.
I don't like the look of that.
Don't worry about it, Cormac and Cheese. I will take care of them. There we go. 8 mobs remaining. Let's find them, kill them, and get out. Interestingly, that pile of corpses didn't count. Ooh. Okay, we're definitely gonna try and keep back a little bit until we've got some tiny terrorists. There's one remaining, which is going to turn into several, so we want as many of them as possible. I think we can have 4. That's 2 of them. It's only every 11 seconds, so it's not massively common, but it's also not massively uncommon. Right, there's 3. We'll wait until we've got 4, and then we'll go in and engage. There we go, that's the 4th. And I screwed that up, didn't I? Oh, tiny terrorist, don't go for it, don't go. Fine. Engage, everyone. All the lightning between them. That worked surprisingly well. I mean, the plan was solid, the implementation sucked. But we got some pretty decent stuff out of that. If nothing else, it's a lot of crafting ingredients. Okay, let's head back. Is that better? No, it's not. Salvage, salvage, salvage. We'll just grab those last couple of bits. Okay, and we are going on to kill Yeah, almost the grizzly. And 150 of his friends. Starting with these three, I guess.
I'm unstoppable.
Good start. 3 down. Now, there's... Oh, it does count for each of the things in the Bogon Tower. That's good. I was keeping an eye on the number that we'd killed at the time, and it did give us more than one when we took the tower down. Very nearly at this Almash the Grizzly. We're going to go hefting some of those traps on me. Let's grab that. Oh yeah, with a couple of packs like that, we'll run through these numbers really quickly. Monkey Diamond, don't mind if I do. Ooh, well, King of the Hill. That sounds like a good event, good challenge, good experience.
I'm unstoppable.
I see you. Don't think you're going to get away. Teleporter, Molten Vortex. If you drop something nice and I have to go all the way down there, that is not massively nice. That stuff can stay down there. Right, let's carry on with what we were doing. Cool, we shot all the way up to 138 mobs already.
I didn't think I could get any better.
And that's the bounty done. May as well finish off the event while we're here.
I'm just warming up.
And he's going to go down very quickly. There we go.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Alright. I think we've got just enough space for this last bounty, the Miser's Will.
There, a worthy foe.
We've got to choose the correct chest. Oh, it's not far at all. Okay, well, I don't see this being a problem. It says problematically. Let's just head straight in.
To my snivelling offspring. If you are reading this, then I am dead, and you have come to claim my fortune. Well, you still can't have it. I have set traps to stop you from even trying. So, enjoy the rest of your poor, miserable, and cowardly lives.
Let's go for this one. Nope. Okay, let's go for this one. Nope. I guess it was the one in the middle after all. Well, it certainly had treasure in. Let's head back to town. This was not the treasure that we really wanted anyway. Okay, we need some space in our inventory. Salvage and repair. Okay, what goodies do we get? A unique ring. Plan Corruption, Plan Mark of the Magi, Plan Arcane Barb, and Flawless Royal Emerald. That would be quite good when we get... Oh, what is this? When we get more money and more gems. Pandemonium loot. No, it's not the worst thing in the world. We could put Nagel Ring in the... No, we'll lose 14% toughness if we do that. Alright, learn Mark of the Magi, learn Arcane Barb, learn Corruption. You can learn the Flawless Royal Emerald, and the rest of this stuff can go over here. Pandemonium loop, you can go down here. Let's just make sure we've not got anything else waiting for action. And all these bits go in. Right, so now we've actually got some materials. We could look at what we want to cube up next. Mycon's Ball of Hate is an obvious one when we get Triumph Rate, but until we get that, there's no real need for it. So I think we're going to run a regular Rift. And see what our general progress speed is like. It should be pretty good, given the build that we've got at the moment and the kill speed. Of course, we do need to find some actual decent mobs to kill. Ah, there we go. That's getting us much better progress. Just laughing at my brother getting a saffron map. It's like, well, I said it earlier. It is the worst belt of the belts that you could get, I think.
If only they could see me now.
Let's get those. That was reasonable progress. Pop, pop, pop. And grab those bits as well.
How does that feel?
Not quite the same feeling as just walking into a room and exploding and having everything die around as you walk, but it's close. And it's close in a good kind of way. Like, you feel powerful doing this build. I know I'm only on Torment 1 at the moment, and I've still got a long way to go, but the lightning itself feels like it's got some impact to it. It's not like you're just doing dancing lights and it's having no effect. Let's back off just a tiny bit from that. Because of course that is the other thing that feels like it has some impact, and that's the molten explosions. Let's hurry on that. Ooh, cool, more mobs. Don't make me run away. Very frustrating when you do that. I think the Hord's actually going to work in our favour for this one. Ooh, Frozen, back off just a tiny bit. Get out the range and focus on this dude. Get that, and that. And can we move on to the next area? Yes, we can. More Moltons, because... and shielding. All the Molten Desecrator's shielding. Just back off a tiny bit from all of the horrible explosions. Doesn't seem to be much interesting up here. Let's get down the bottom.
I'm just warming up.
%. It's not going badly.
My power grows.
Definitely up the difficulty level though. Oh, they definitely attack faster with the Frenzy Shrine.
Your grave awaits.
Okay, let's just hurry on and see what... a decent area. We should have a large number of blues and yellows in here.
You dare attack me?
And there's plenty of things to destroy, so we're going to get a decent amount of speed bonus as we're traveling around. One dead.
Your grave awaits.
Who else have we got in this area? I see you. Got to be a little bit careful. Galvanizing ward went off for a moment there. We'll call it an artifact for being attacked by 50 million monsters at the same time. But still need to be just a little bit careful. Right, we're up to 73%. This is much better progress. All it takes is getting the right rib. Ooh, hello. Get some bits and bobs from that. That was pretty cool. Now let's go back and finish mopping up the mobs that we left. And finding new blues.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
About to say, where are your friends? Get your friends out. And then they appeared. So you trying to summon some things back from the dead. Not letting that pass. Looks like everything is dying in just the right amounts. There may even be enough of these. No, not quite. Not quite enough.
How does that feel?
The Rift Guardian is here.
But that will do. It's perdition! That one I didn't cast that too far away. Maybe I did. Perdition is down. We have a Greater Rift Keystone. And some bits and bobs to salvage. Let's head back to town.
Well,
Yeah. Didn't actually see that ring drop earlier. Ronald's Heal. Not as good as the one from the public test realms, but it's not a bad ring all in all. We are just going to salvage it up though. We've got no use for it. That's not going to do any more damage for our Templar, so salvage. Salvage that. And this is completely the wrong page in the inventory for doing that. Let's do... There we go. Right, I think we've got time to squeeze a Greater Rift into this. I think we'll try a level 13 one, equivalent of Torment 2. We'll empower it as well, and we'll see if we can get through it in time.
Enemies over me.
Things seem to be dying at about the right pace. Very hard to tell with a new rift though. And this character doesn't have any like Alpha Strike capabilities. It is basically just consistent, always doing the same damage. Yeah, we're going to make good progress on this.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
Gotta watch out for the flames. There's not an artifact of us upping the difficulty, that's just flames being bad. Channeling Pylon. I'll take that. Oop, we actually triggered a death there. We need to be a little bit careful. I hit drink potion instead of teleport.
Your defenses are nothing.
We're not in danger of actually dying. It's just obviously being careful we don't get stuck somewhere that's going to kill us. Because that would be an unfortunate accident. And I should move my hand a little bit further up the keyboard. And the Q and the 1 keys are right next to each other. We'll just another couple of seconds and we'll be once again safe. 4 seconds. And in the meantime, everything else is just dying quite nicely anyway. Thunderstorm Illusionist Teleporter, yeah, I'm better at thunder than you are.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
Yeah, I'd say that this build is working. We could probably even up to Torment 3, but baby steps. Let's assign this while we're here, actually.
How does that feel?
Just fill the screen with lightning and everything dies. Really nice having good clusters of mobs together like that. Now if I get Fulminator as well, turn them into lightning rods so that they start discharging lightning to everything nearby. That would be even more fun.
see me now.
I'm gonna try and teleport me into the middle of you. Oh, I can fight from this side just as well. Oh, that just made it easier for me to pick up your loot. Oh my god, look at how many of them just die like that.
If only they could see me now.
Bazap, 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 bazap indeed. Speed pylon, may as well, as we're passing.
How does that feel?
And a shield pylon for good measure. Yep, you're all exploding. Everyone's exploding. Today is the day of explosions. That's what we've decided. While I've got the shield pylon, I don't care about any of that, but I want to stand back just so that I kill things faster because of Starfire. That would be horrible to stand in the middle of. I mean, just look at it. Well, unless you had the thing that prevents all arcane damage. Then it would be fine. Oh, power pylon. This close to the Rift Guardians, yeah.
You have triumphed.
Well, that felt a little bit cheap, but I don't care. Midnight Teardrop. Don't particularly like it, but well, no, it's not bad. We're not going to use it this time. Oh, maybe we will actually. Maybe that could be our final one if we're doing like Bane of the Trapped and Wreath of Lightning. No, we're doing Simplicity, Strength, and Wreath of Lightning, and then we could do this. Every 3 seconds healing, so healing 1% every second. We'll keep putting in the Molten Wildebeest Gizzard for the moment, I think. In fact, no, let's take advantage of the fact that we've got 4 100% upgrades.
I need to go back.
And hand that in. Right. Let's talk to Kadala and ask for some orbs. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. 1, 2. So the Etched Sigil. Your Arcane Torrent Disintegrate and Ray of Frost also cast one of your other damaging Arcane Power Spenders. Quite a cool thing. Just to demonstrate, if I change Electrocute across to Disintegrate. Oh, and put it on. Duh. Of course I need to actually put it on. I'm now casting Arcane Orbs without actually casting Arcane Orbs. Unfortunately, I also end up draining an absolute ton of mana because of because of the Disintegrate itself. But it also casts the Hydras, and in fact, yeah, they are limited in the same way as my current ones. But it's good that it get the Arcane Orbs going without actually costing any Arcane Orb. Well, without costing the arcane power for the Arcane Orb. That's the interesting thing about it. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to keep that, and we're going to go back to Electrocute, because Electrocute is blimmin' awesome. Chain Lightning, thank you very much. But we'll hold on to it, because it's a very, very useful thing, and we might try a build based around it at some point. Right, Minai, you go in here, and the rest of the stuff is going to get salvaged up. Okay, Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this little foray into bounties. I'm going to up the difficulty now to Torment 2. And I don't know if I'm going to carry on more tonight or pick it up another night. But thank you very much for watching, and I will be back for more Diablo 3, and we will eventually start finding some of this damn Delcier's Magnum Opus set. So stick with me. I'll see you soon.